I never thought I'd walk into my own home and witness the ultimate betrayal, a moment that shattered my world and broke my heart into pieces. But that night, I discovered my husband and my sister had crossed a line that could never be undone. That day, everything seemed ordinary. I had left work early, planning to prepare dinner. The peaceful silence of my home always comforted me. But as soon as I opened the door, I felt something was off. There was a strange tension in the air, an unexplainable feeling I couldn't shake. Quietly, I walked into the living room, and when I didn't see my husband, I made my way upstairs. That's when I heard a faint laugh coming from the bedroom. The laugh was familiar, but I couldn't understand why it was coming from there. I gently pushed the door open, and what I saw changed my life forever. My husband and my sister, lying on the bed, wrapped in each other's arms. At first, my mind refused to process what I was seeing. I couldn't comprehend the sight in front of me. My husband's hands on her waist, her face lit up with a relaxed and happy expression. They were so close, their boundaries already erased. A cold shiver ran through me, and I struggled to breathe. My sister's bare shoulders carried the marks of his touch. My eyes unwillingly took in every detail, but my heart couldn't accept the betrayal. Their laughter filled the room, so carefree and intimate, it was unbearable. It was as if they were oblivious to my presence, lost in their own world. I felt powerless and utterly betrayed, yet a storm of rage was building inside me. The image was so sharp, so real, that I closed my eyes tightly, hoping it was just a nightmare. But sadly, it wasn't. I froze for a moment. Without letting them notice, I quickly shut the door. My heart was racing, my mind trying to make sense of the situation. I walked downstairs, sitting in the living room as a whirlwind of emotions took over me. Should I confront them? Should I scream? Or should I keep this betrayal buried inside? The storm inside me was impossible to describe. A while later, I heard footsteps coming from upstairs. Both of them came to me, their faces carrying an innocent expression, as if nothing had happened. The anger inside me had reached its boiling point. Taking a deep breath, I locked my eyes on them and asked, "Would one of you like to explain what's going on?" My voice trembled, and tears streamed down my face, failing to conceal my fury. My sister took a step back in shock, while my husband tried to speak calmly. "You misunderstood the situation," he said, but I could see the guilt in his eyes. Nothing he said could convince me otherwise. Everything was clear now. This wasn't a mistake, it was a deliberate betrayal. At that moment, I exploded. I yelled at both of them, telling them how deeply they had hurt me, how they had destroyed me. My sister burst into tears, but her remorse didn't bring me any comfort. My husband remained silent, his face devoid of any regret. It was clear that this situation marked the end of everything between us. That night was a turning point in my life. This betrayal wasn't just the end of a relationship. It was proof of how trust and love could be completely shattered. I knew I had no future with these people. I decided to start over, because forgiving this betrayal was impossible. In the end, I realized I needed to be strong. This betrayal didn't break me. Instead, it made me stronger. Starting a new life was difficult, but in the process, I rediscovered myself. I now knew, betrayal can tear you down, but if you make the right choices, it can also rebuild you into someone even stronger. That night marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Though the pain of betrayal lingered, it also taught me the strength I never knew I had. Letting go of those who broke my trust was not just an act of survival. It was an act of self-love. I walked away not as a victim, but as someone ready to rebuild, stronger and wiser.